Rivalries reignited.
Historic heavyweights.
The spiciest of derbies.
New kids on the block.
The best leagues in the land are back.
Tom Hitchcock crashes, Tom Hitchcock goes, Tom Hitchcock scores! Leaving it all out there for the fans.
A steamroller has just charged through.
Dynasty, destiny, drama.
Your Women's National League Cup champions.
Future stars set to shine.
Rig, who's been on fire all season.
Champagne rugby? Look no further.
To score one of the most memorable tries.
Durham University BUCS Super Rugby League champions.
But the truth is, in this league, it's anyone's on the day.
And it's full time. It is 6 wins from 6 for Swansea.
Entertainment guaranteed.
Bullard through! Bullard wins it for Exeter in the death!
BUCS Super Rugby.
Women's National League.
BUCS Rugby is back.
Yeah, it's good to be at the recreation ground. A big night ahead of us. You can see the players warming up in the background, getting ready for the game. Matt Banahan is alongside me, Dan Albert, for your commentary this evening. Matt, always an exciting game for these university players to be involved in, and they'll be relishing playing on the rec tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're even better that they've got a great night for it. No wind, no rain, playing down here in front of a great crowd. I think they said above 6,000 people. It'll be a great game for them and a lot of noise.
Yeah, some of them have played on the rec before. For those that haven't, how special will it be?
It'll be extremely special. I think it's going to be who rises to the occasion the best. Like you said, there's multiple people in the Bath University forward pack who've played here and for Bath's first team in the last 18 months. So there's an opportunity for them to cement themselves into a possible future playing for Bath Rugby, and there's people that will want to play well with them in the squad, so it's going to be an interesting battle out there. And I don't know, Durham obviously won the league last year, so they'll be coming out to make a statement, so we'll see how much energy those boys in the Bath Uni team can bring out of the rest of their teammates.
Yeah, and some of these Bath players would have actually played here last week in the Premiership Cup game against Bristol, so it's fresh in their memory. They'll hope for a better turnout this time around, though, given the result last week.
Yeah, definitely. That Bristol game was tough. They had a strong outlet, but they would have learned from it, and that's all that you want to play in those games, is you learn from it. But it's an exciting evening to come watch some good university rugby.
Yeah, what do you expect from Durham? As you say, they are the reigning champions, so they've got a lot of good players here, but for them, again, it's a new experience playing at the rec.
Like with university, you could lose a lot of players if they're third years. Looking at the Bath team with the multiple people they've got out of the Bath Academy, I think they're in a good position to possibly be the stronger of the two teams here. But for me, the unknown is Durham. I don't know too much about them, but I know they won it last year. But the people who they had playing last year, why they won it, could be their third years. So they might have lost them. So the strength for me, I think, is in Bath University's forward pack and how much they can get out of them over the game line. And Harris at 10, who's played, like you said, for Bath Rugby first team, will hopefully have a good platform to play off.
Yeah, and what about the coaches? It's a good link up, isn't there, between the University of Bath and Bath Rugby? The coaches that they have at their disposal, they'll be experienced in that role as well.
Yeah, Aaron James has been a great service to Bath University Rugby for a long time, and this year he's been added with Ryan Davis and Mark Leals, so they've come down from the Bath Rugby first team to give a bit more structure and strategy probably than what they've had, and you can see by the results they've had. They've been performing well, and if they win this, they'll be right up near the top of the league.
Yeah, it is dry at the moment, which is the main thing, isn't it? There is a bit of wind around, so the conditions could play a part tonight.
There's always wind at the rec. You just got to remember how strong it is, but there's no wind. The ball won't be greasy. Like I said, it'll be the platform that the forwards give the backs to then who can capitalise on that.
Yeah, well, it's a 6:30 kick-off here at the recreation ground tonight, and we're all looking forward to it. We'll catch you for commentary. It's University of Bath against Durham University. Well, kick-off fast approaching. Earlier on I spoke to the coaches. First of all, here's the thoughts of the University of Bath Director of Rugby, Aaron James. Aaron, big night for your boys, isn't it? Playing at the recreation ground, anniversary game. It's all set up for a promising, exciting occasion.
Yeah, it's great to be back. It's been a long time ago since we've played. Fair play to all the university put on this great occasion for us, an anniversary for the guys, and don't know what they're expecting, 5,000 or 6,000. So incredible stage for the boys to perform on.
Yeah, exciting atmosphere, isn't it? I mean, players can thrive off that kind of atmosphere when you have that many in the attendance.
Yeah, it is. Look, you know, we don't get to play in the famous rec very often, and this is, you know, the pinnacle for a lot of guys, you know, in their careers, in front of their mates, in front of their family, in front of the local community, in front of the rest of the university. So just a brilliant occasion to be part of.
Yeah. Who are the players we should be looking out? Because we know, from your point of view, we know some of them, of course, they play for Bath. They were here last week, some of them playing against Bristol. So there's some players that have played this and sampled this atmosphere before. Are they going to be the big name players or the main players for you tonight?
I'm going to answer this with just everyone. I think, you know, we've got some real depth right down to the bench, which is really pleasing. We've got a lot of guys back from injury, and we've had guys that have played with each other for a number of games. I don't think we're fired yet, so hopefully that's going to be tonight. But yeah, the way we've prepared, I'm expecting everyone to see a performance.
Yeah, and what do you expect from Durham? They are the reigning champions, but what have you seen from them this season so far?
Look, they're very good. They're very skilled. They keep the ball very well. They've got a kicking game they'll pin you back, and keep doing that. They'll do the kicking tennis. They'll drive their line out early to get a penalty. They've got really good variation. They've got always got good skills and always like to play a bit of rugby. Yeah,
and the conditions, it's dry at the moment, so hopefully the rain will stay away, but the conditions could still play a part. There's a bit of wind here.
Oh look, this is a brilliant night for us to show what we've got, show our processes, and show what we've been training for. We've been in since middle of August. These guys have got together really, really well. They've got on and off the field, and just want to see them have the confidence to perform tonight.
Yeah, and I guess they're all excited. Any smiles on faces when they walked into the ground tonight?
Oh yeah, there's got to be. There's got to be smiles on faces for everybody, and hopefully there's smiles on faces at the end of the match from the Bath Uni crew.
Well, good luck tonight, Aaron. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, and thanks to all our sponsors, Rengen, Bath Building Society, and all the university that have put on this event for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Si Cully is with me. Si, it's a big night for all the players involved, isn't it? Your boys included.
Yeah, it's great. It's a lovely place to come. You look at the atmosphere building nicely. It's something the BUCS Super Rugby is all about. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Two of the top teams, and hopefully it's a great game.
Yeah. How do you assess your season so far? Where you are at this point?
It's been a solid start. Really, really good start with the 2 wins. Frustrating to go away to Cardiff and lose to a good Cardiff team it was quite a close game till the end, and then back on track last week. It's been a difficult start. Obviously, we're a man down with Alex Key just being off sick after a hip hop. So get well soon, Keezy. But his aura still hangs over the club. We're in communication, and that identity that he's built over the last 12-13 years has carried on into what we're producing this year.
Yeah. From your point of view, for any point of view, I suppose, for any club's point of view, it's the same. Going to play at these Premiership grounds, how special is that?
Oh, huge. And this is just a sign of the growing influence of BUCS Super Rugby. I think hopefully you see that more and more over the next few years. You look at the number of boys that have fed into Prem Cup this season. You're seeing a lot of Premiership clubs realise the value and potential of a BUCS Super Rugby education on their academy players. Yeah. Long may that continue.
Yeah. And what do you make of this Bath lineup tonight? They've got a lot of players that are in the Bath Rugby Academy.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, they've got a great setup. Aaron James is a very good coach. Their link with Bath Academy is really solid. It's up to us to come down here and put on a good show.
Yeah. Do you feel that everyone's gunning for you as the reigning champions?
Oh, I think that's it's always the case as the reigning champions, isn't it? It's you can feel a bit like it's everyone's World Cup when they come to try and knock you over, and that's fair play. That's what comes with it.
Yeah. Well, enjoy tonight. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The recreation ground tonight. We await the teams to enter the arena. The cheerleaders are ready to welcome the 2 teams to the arena. Of course, the recreation ground, a great location for a game of rugby, and tonight it's Super Rugby, BUCS Super Rugby in action, and that is something that we will look forward to watching. A packed house opposite us in the main stand at the far side of the field. The Bath team tonight, Archie Stanley is in the front row alongside Jasper Spandler and Archie Griffin. Mackenzie Graham and Tom Berry are the locks. The back row is made up of Tom Williams, Ethan Stadden and George Dole. Scrum half is Ellis Horgan, and then we've got Sam Harris at fly half. Elfie Garside is one wing. The opposite wing to him is Byron Lloyd Gilmore. The 2 centres, Louis Hennessy and Ludo Kalade. And at full-back this evening, it's Luca Mignot. For Durham this evening, they have a front row consisting of Mark Dormer, Jacob Head and Hamish Murray. Their locks are Ewan Murray and Billy Hipperson. Jake Spurway, Harry Willard and Marcus Rhodes make up the back row. The scrum half, Max Pepper. Fly half is Pat Bishop, he's a co-captain as well. Rory Stewart-Cox on one wing. We've got Paul Brown on the opposite wing. Callum Grieve and Ollie Walker are the centres. The fullback is Will Nicholson. Alongside me tonight is Matt Banahan, former Bath Rugby and former England winger. And Matt, it promises to be some occasion tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a great evening. Some good support here for both universities, especially Bath, down here at the home of rec. I think they're expecting over 6,000 people, and the boys are going to be enjoy running out the change rooms here with 50 cheerleaders cheering them on out the pipes. So here come the boys now. I can hear them coming out, but like you said, it's going to be a great evening of rugby.
Yeah, and the crowd will be keen to welcome the players onto the field as we get the Durham replacements just running out in front first. We've got Big Bird over there as well, Matt, tonight as well, not just the 50 cheerleaders, but the mascots are all here as well in force. You can hear the chants down the tunnel, so it can't be that far away now until they enter the arena. And for the fans here tonight, it's a big occasion for them just as much as it is for the players, as Durham make their way onto the field now between the two lines of cheerleaders in their purple shirts tonight. And here come Durham University, and for them it's a big night just as it is for Bath. They're the reigning champions, of course, in BUCS Super Rugby. And here come behind them University of Bath, Team Bath in their blue and gold, and a big cheer from the crowd as you would expect as they make their way onto the field here. And they'll be keen to impress on the rec, of course, many of them in the Bath Rugby Academy. And Matt, it's a big night for everyone involved.
Yeah, superb night, especially for the Bath boys who have played many games for the first team in their opportunity in the Premiership Cup. It's time to play in front of their peers, their friends, and really make a mark. Durham will be the reigning champions and wanting to sort of spoil the party tonight. So it's a good game to look forward to. I'm looking forward to the battle between the two 10s, Sam Harris, the England under-20 international, and Pat Bishop, who's also played for Sale Sharks under 18. So there's a good battle there at 10 to who can direct their team around the park the best way.
Alan Chandrachand is the referee tonight. He's got green shirt on there. You can't miss him in the middle of the field, can you? And it will be Durham that will get us underway in the first half. Purple shirts for them and the black shorts, and Bath just waiting back, ready to take the kickoff. And the referee just making sure everyone's in place. They're making sure everyone's off the field that doesn't need to be on the field before we do officially get underway. Just a quick blast on the whistle from the referee, and we are underway at the recreation ground. The kickoff goes down inside the 22 of Bath. They will work it to try and get a clearance kick away from Ellis Horgan, the scrum half. He's looking around to see what options he has now, but shaping up to kick, and here comes the kick now. High kick from him. Will land just inside the Bath half, and it's dropped behind the player of Durham as well, and hacked on by Harris. And Harris is after this one, the fly half of Team Bath, and he's just second to react to it. And Bath gets the turnover here, knocked on by Durham in the contact, and good run chase from Sam Harris there, Matt. Yeah,
I think that started from a great box kick from Ellis Horgan. Very fortunate that we got the 15 dropping the ball on the halfway line, but he hacked it through and chased it through. And it's a big momentum swing off the start of the game where Durham looked for the big hit inside the 22. They made a passive tackle, and the kick now Bath are attacking 15 metres out from Durham's line with a scrum on a good platform.
Yeah, messy play, which I'm sure Durham will want to clean up from Bath's point of view. It couldn't have started much better, could it? They've turned the field around, and now they have a scrum inside the 22 of Durham, attacking the clubhouse end at the recreation ground. Ball goes in now, and they get a good surge on as well. Yeah, solid scrum, but now they're having to get expanses with it. They go through the centres, almost crashing through, but not quite through on this occasion there. Good tackling from Durham, kept Louis Hennessy at bay. But they're going to go through the phases again. Here comes another pass up for the centres to get involved once more. Horgan, advantage coming for Bath as well. It looks slightly forward from Bath there, so they come back for the penalty for Bath. Right in front of the post here, Matt, they've got a decision to make early on.
Yeah, I think in these sort of games you take the points at the first play. They got up the pitch very quickly there. It'll be interesting to see how quickly Bath realised that Durham put their blind winger to defend in at 10 there, so they didn't have anybody defending the short side on the second phase, so it gives them an extra number on the open side. So when teams do that, you've got to hit up tight next to the breakdown, tight next to the scrum, and then come back to the short side. To be interesting to see if they keep doing that throughout the whole game, but Bath have chosen to take the 3 points, if successful, bang in front of the posts.
And it's Sam Harris that is putting the ball on the tee, just making sure everything's in place as he would want, moving a bit of debris out the way.
Autumn leaves.
Autumn leaves, yeah. Puts the tee down now, having a look at the post as well. It's interesting watching the kickers' routines, isn't it? What they go through, because everyone's got their different routines and sort of, I suppose, superstitions in many ways. But Harris here, more straight to the point, just puts the ball down, looks back at the post, strikes forward now, helps when it's in front of the post, but it goes through, and it's Bath University that get the first points of the night. It's Bath 3, Durham 0.
Yeah, all started from that drop ball by Durham's 15 off the kickoff, so they'll be trying to see if they can mimic that exact same exit. Bath there, good kick from the 9 and put 15 under a bit more pressure. He will not want this kick bang on top of him again, so Bath will want to do the same exit again here, and a good exit onto the 15, but Durham will want to be trying to be a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, and Durham will need to get this one spot on, won't they, having not got the best start that they would have hoped for when they made a bit of a meal of the clearance kick. That's a good restart from Bath again, though. Regathering the ball, and now they're moving the forwards around to get them into better positions to work the clearance kick from Horgan. Here it comes now, but it's charged down. Luckily for Bath, they had Hennessy behind it. He's running through at great speed there, but he's taken to ground eventually, but in the right place at the right time there. Bath come out again. This time they bring in their front rows, having a carry. Archie Griffin, yeah, having a big carry. There was locks flowing behind him. Here comes a crossfield kick from Bath. Might have just put too much on that one, though. Goes into touch on the full, and we come back, and Bath will be disappointed there. So it's one mistake, if you like, from each team in the sense from a restart there. Initially, Durham knocking on and losing the ball, and then from the Bath's point of view, they put the kick out on the full.
Well, yeah, it came from the charge down, the pressure from the charge down. They've got Durham have got a big number 4 there that is always looking to come through on the 9 now there, so maybe Bath have got to put a blocker in there or make their ruck a little bit longer to give them a little bit more time to get that kick away. Yeah. Now Durham have got a line out on Bath's 22.
And they will look maybe for Ewan Murray again, who was number 4 that took down that blocked kick. And it was Murray that was the target there. And they get a good surge going forward here as well, Durham.
Advantage.
And they've got an advantage, so a chance for them to mull up their options, determine if they want to get more expansive. They're going route 1 at the moment, though, piling through the middle. Referee still playing the advantage. Now they're coming in short give and goes at the time, pick and goes at the time, with Spurway having a carry. Ball still there for them, and here they come through once more with the hooker having a carry this time.
New advantage,
new advantage, yeah. And that will be frustrating for Bath. So 2 options here as they put a crossfield kick here to the far side of the field, and that's gone out onto the full. So we come back now. They've got a choice of penalties here.
Yeah, they'll probably take the one. Well, I'm guessing they've got quite a bit of success out of that first driving ball, so they'll go in front of the post and get their scoreboard going. So I'm guessing they have taken the one in front of the post, and they're going to take 3 points. So they got a lot of go through that drive there. So you can see their weapon is strong in the maul, and Bath will have to stop that immediately. But it was nice to see them get a penalty advantage and try and get it to space if we can. Like, poorly executed kick, but the idea was there to get it out and give yourself a try scoring opportunity.
Yeah, and it's Will Nicholson, the fullback, that will take on the shot at goal to try and level the scoreboard up. He's started the season in pretty good form for Durham University. He's got 44 points this season already, 13 conversions, 6 penalties. Lining up a penalty now, trying to get the score back to 3 points apiece. And it's a straightforward kick for him as well, much as it was for Sam Harris earlier.
This one for
Nicholson is pretty straightforward, as the referee just telling Bath again just to keep their distance, and now that one goes straight through, and we all square at the recreation ground, 3 points apiece, and probably on balance it's a fair scoreline.
Yeah, definitely, like we said earlier, two mistakes off 2 exits on both halves. Hopefully both teams will settle now into the game and realise that getting more in the arm wrestle in the middle of the pitch, but this will be the first time Bath will have the restart and see how Durham deal with the kick chase and how they're going to exit out their half, because Durham enjoy a kick battle and staying in that arm wrestle of kicks, so they'll see how deep Harris puts this kick for Bath to put some pressure on Durham. Sorry.
Yep, he's bouncing the ball lots on the halfway line. Here comes the kick now, the restart from Harris. There's a high one as well. It's taken well by Nicholson. He's just slotted over that penalty for Durham on his own 22. He'll work it here through another phase before they decide to get a kick away.
Good tackle there by Ethan Stadden, and it gave an opportunity for a counter up for Bath University, which has made it a mess now. So Durham have now got 6 off their feet. which now they're going to have to take another breakdown. That's 9 now. They're scrum half at the bottom of the breakdown, so they can't kick it now. So they're going to have to take another breakdown.
Let go of each other.
Yeah.
So that's the importance of keeping your 9 on his feet.
Yeah, they go again, as you say, through another phase. It's a good tackle coming in there from Bath's winger. And now
9
they
users.
have the 9 back in his regular position. He will be able to get the kick away.
It has to stay in
if he wants. Yep, he's got not much to work with, has he? Tight angle for him.
Great kick.
It is a good kick. Goes into the 10-metre line. It's taken well by Mignot, and now a high kick from Bath back down the other end of the field. Nicholson's underneath it, takes it well. Under a little bit of pressure from Harris, but they spread it out wide there, and they might have a chance to get some flying wingers involved here. Hands off the first tackler. That's good run from Brown on the far side of the field. And they come back into the middle, just almost back up to halfway here, Durham University. They've lost the ball forward. That's a great play there. It was Griffin again, wasn't it, was involved there. And now Bath have got the turnover up to the 10-metre line in Durham's half. Great piece of play there from the Bath front row. And now here's Harris weaving his way through. Didn't give his ball tackler much chance to get away there, and he's taking the ground. But now Bath are going through another phase on the far side of the field. They might get away here, up almost to the 22. Good break from Bath. Go through Stadden again to the 22. And they're having to come back this near side through the hands of Harris that time, but Bath managed to control the ball and keep it in their possession. Now they have to bring in some forwards to play the scrum half role though, and it's getting a little bit out of shape for Bath, but they've managed to regroup and go again through Spandler. He is taken to ground. And now they come again. Hennessy just managed to offload as he took contact there. And we're up to the 22. This is a good...
We lost their 9 at the bottom of the breakdown, so a little bit slow now.
Ball slower here, but it's been a good response. Oh, good break through the middle there, just went over the top of them there. That's really smart play from Bath to keep the play alive. And they're just having to go through small phases, and then suddenly they attack hard, don't they? And here they come again on the far side of the field. Coming back inside now, trying to force their way through, but nowhere to get through this time. So the ball then knocked out of the hand there of the scrum half, so we come back there, and the referee will just have a word with that, but seems quite content that it was just a knock on, nothing intentional. Is that an injured player down there? Yeah, Griffin lying down there.
It was a great attacking play by there. Archie Griffin started that off by the strip, getting the ball out of a Durham hand in a tackle, passing it to Mackenzie Graham, who set the platform. But I think Bath were disappointed because the kick from Harris was good to the 15. They had enough numbers to be able to be aggressive on the outside to stop him from passing it. They were very passive on the outside, so a big pass from the 15 from Durham to the winger Paul Brown, who then ended up giving them 15-16 metres up the right hand side and into a not confident defence of Bath, gives an opportunity, whereas Bath had enough numbers there, Bath University, to be aggressive and really stop them at the source. But maybe that's what they've got to do. They've got to be a bit more aggressive there, not give them that running option and cut away that, but get them to kick him back and get them hopefully a paw kick. But after that, after the strip from Griffin, that Bath really did turn it on there, and they looked good. They were in shape very quickly, even though they got knocked backwards a couple of times. They held on to the ball, and you can see they've got some good, powerful runners, especially in that back row and the front row. They're definitely getting over the game line.
Yeah, Griffin's back on his feet. Harris has also sat down, though, receiving a little bit of treatment at the moment. That was the voice of Matt Banahan. It's alongside me, Dan Albert, at the recreation ground tonight. The latest score is 3 points apiece.
I think Harris is looking at his left wrist.
I didn't realise. Sorry, I didn't see the guy down.
Yeah, that's concerning for Bath, because Harris and Griffin, they've both started the game positively, haven't they?
Yeah, very much so. Both wanting to play on the front foot, good involvements in defence and attack, and they won't want to lose. Well, Griffin is up on his feet now, which is good, and they definitely don't want to lose Harris after 10 minutes to see if he can get back on the pitch and dive, because it's a good attacking platform when you're 20 metres out from the defensive side, with a sort of a 20-metre short side and a 30-metre, 40-metre open side. So it really puts the defence in a difficult position here.
He's getting some strapping on his forearm by the looks of it, isn't he, Harris?
Yeah, elbow, forearm. He's young, he'll bend.
Painful one to take though, Matt, isn't it? And
especially at 10 when you do all the passing, it's not somewhere where you can hide. But he's had a good start to this game, and hopefully he's back on the pitch. He's strapped up now, so Durham are still talking about what sort of defensive setup they want to do. If they're going to set up like that, you definitely take that short side. if 10 goes behind the scrum, you can come this towards us, towards the open stand, and come out the back, and you'll have a 2-on-1 on the edge.
Horgan waits to feed the scrum. Bath just inside that 22, so a good attacking platform for them here. Should they use their options, or should they assess their options?
They come right. If they come right here, they walk in on the edge.
It's controlling it at the base though, aren't they? Instead at the moment, content to keep it in. Now they decide to spread it through Hennessy. Oh, that's good. Oh, just left the ball behind him then. That was a good move by Bath, but fly hack forward from Durham in the end as the ball broke down and went forward. And now here they come again from halfway. Harris tidied things up at the back. There's a good carry from
Bryn Lloyd Gilmore.
And gone into touch, bendled into touch on the far side of the field. But Bath, when they get going, they have some dangerous runners, don't they?
Yeah, I think if he held on to that ball, he was scoring. He was through the line and he dropped it. I'd probably like to see a little bit more movement out the back rather than just giving 2 flat lines of 4 and 3 on a scrum play that close. You've got to make defenders have to think. But now it gives an opportunity for Durham, 22 metres out from their line, to set up a driving maul and see if it's a weapon to maul for a penalty or have a quick exit. Oh, they've overthrown it though. It's back into Bath University's hands.
Yeah, and Bath will be happy with that. It's in Harris' hands now. Here's Hennessy, and now Collade. He tries to push the pass out of his hands, but it's gone forward under pressure on Durham as they try to get the clearance kick away. So we come back for the knock-on. Of course, Durham not with their head coach tonight. He's not here. Alex Key. He'll be one of our keen watchers tonight, Matt, but Cy Cully holding the fort for them tonight, and the way they started, went behind 3 points. They'd be pleased to have got back to 3 points all, but since then Bath have got the momentum back again.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams are making sort of little errors here and there, but Bath's errors are in Durham's half and Durham's errors are in their 22 or just outside, so they're only putting themselves under more pressure. Durham has now got a chance to exit, scrum 25 metres out, 15 from the touchline, really 9-10, let just 10 kick it long and get into that battle just to get out your half. But they've just had a reset now. Definitely the first 15 minutes Bath have had the better of the play, especially the territory. Durham will be a little bit frustrated that they haven't put multiple phases together, but it's still a very tight game, like we said, 3-3, and it's all been pretty much all Bath.
Yep, and from Durham's point of view, they won't mind that so much, will they? Because we know they're the reigning champions, they've got quality through, so if they can weather a storm from Bath, so to speak, then they'll be quite happy. They'll be confident in their ability to get themselves back into a game should they be it. But it's 3-all. They don't have to worry about being behind, so they'll be happy in that respect as they work the ball through the scrum half, picking up at the base, and now they get a clearance kick away from their centre, Callum Grieve. Oh, it's a good attempt, wasn't it, from Brown on the far side of the field to go after that one, but they still found touch. They just couldn't quite take it, but it was good execution. Just well, in the end of it, just a little bit too far. It's the right idea.
Off that scrum left-hand side, if 10 carries it at 12 short and you pass out the back to 13, when 13 kicks it, the 2 people in front of them offside. So it slows down your kick chase. So that's the play where it should go 9 and 10 just kick it straight away. Then you've got everybody on their feet chasing it. So maybe there's a learning key there for Durham, right? Because you've got people offside in front of the ball. Kick straight off 10, let him find the space, and everybody kick and connect.
And here comes the line out from Bath. They've got Harris now putting a kip across the top, goes straight to Nicholson though, just outside of his own 22. He puts a kick through down the other end of the field. It's taken easily by Harris, who will run back at Durham this time into the half here. He's got support as well, and a good break as well from the Bath winger. They're having a good run there. That's Alfie Garside.
Yeah, really good from Harris there. I thought the chip over the top was probably a little bit too long, straight to their hands, but he capitalised on a poor kick from them and made a line break. Now Bath are in a great attacking shape now, and they're trying to kick to score now into the Durham 22.
And we come back for a advantage. So Bath getting when they use that kicking game, they do have some willing runners, don't they, chasing it?
Yeah, definitely. I think they've done their research and their backbone on Durham, that they know Durham enjoy a kick battle, so they probably recognise that the running option is probably an option sometimes, because if you get in a kick battle, you get forwards that are lazy in the middle, expecting the ball to go back over the top of their head a couple of times. And if people start running it creates dog legs and then opportunities for you to capitalise on it. And Sam Harris definitely did there, because he had multiple Bath players behind the ball and he worked a weak shoulder and got through with an offload. And now Bath have got a penalty for offside from Durham here. Bang in front of the post, 40 out, 35, 40 metres out, and they chose to take the points.
Yeah, which shows you, doesn't it? They know they're in a tight game here and points could be a premium. So you've got to take that opportunity, haven't you, to build the scoreboard when you can.
I think you have to respect the opposition. The Durham aren't the reigning BUCS champions for no reason, and they know that a lot of the points that have happened this year, I've seen some of the scores, they've only been one-score games, so if you can build ahead 3 points, 6 points, 9 points, you know, if some team scores, you're still 2 points ahead, but you have to take the points when they're on the board, unless you're chasing a game close to the end. So I think Bath University are doing the right option by attempting the 3 points from in front of the posts.
Yeah, there is a bit of a breeze here, isn't there? But
I'm freezing.
You didn't bring a coat.
Yeah, I thought I was under the other cover.
But here comes Harris lining up a penalty attempt that will give University of Bath the lead back. 3 points apiece currently. Harris just looking up at the posts, down at the ball again, and now will take a step to the side, just wriggling about, and now one more look at the post, steps backwards. Here comes the kick now. It's kind of a relaxed kick forward there, never in doubt really. That was a good kick straight through the middle, and it's University of Bath that get back in front by 6 points to 3.
Yeah, great strike. Just the challenge now is we've had 9 points, 3 points for Durham, 6 points for Bath, and 3 poor exits from both teams. So let's see if both teams have learned in the next passage to set up a good exit platform and get out their half and become that arm wrestle which we spoke about 10 minutes or so ago. But so far it's been a great game to watch, a good physical encounter, and I'm sure it's going to open up soon.
Just interesting hearing the referee there, not happy with how quick the balls are coming back on the field as the game gets back underway. Good take from Bath at the end of the field on that restart kick through there, taken well by Tom Berry.
You can moan about the balls not coming, but they haven't got 14 ball boys around the pitch.
No, that's very true.
They've got 6,000 university students drinking on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, the balls aren't going to come back too quick in that sense, are they?
Oh, that's a nearly.
Here comes the kick. This was coming our way, and Banks is on the railing in front of us and into touch. So what we got to the 10-metre line there. So maybe not the distance the Bath would have been hoping for there.
I think he's got to kick it off that short because of the pressure that's coming through from the number 4 from Durham. I really think that Bath should put somebody in front of him so he can't get through. But it's a great attacking platform here for Durham, 40 metres out from Bath University line, and they look like they're setting up the big 8 carry in the midfield.
Clean line out win by Durham. They get it inside into the fly half there, and it's Bishop that gets a pass out. Now they're going through another phase here. They're trying to get the ball out to the wing there and put another kick through there for Brown to potentially chase, because he looks very pacey, doesn't he?
Very pacey.
Bath get a clearance kick down there. It goes down into the 22, takes a couple of bounces.
Yeah,
and
this doesn't go off. This is the attacking that they need to attack off. So that stays in. This is the one they want to take quick. There you go, they'll play off this.
Keep it in there, good play to keep it in play as well. Now Bath are going to kick it back though. And good run chase from them now. That's well taken from the Durham player there, just taking that one under a little bit of pressure, just leaped up and took that one very well. And now here come Durham going through the phases again with the forwards involved, but good tackles coming in from Bath, so they have to kick. Kick comes in now to the far side of the field. Bath bobble it a little bit, but juggle around. There's brilliant feet there as he finds a little bit of space on the far side of the field.
Great feet by Luca Mignot.
Brilliant feet. Dancing around there, and the crowd liked it, didn't they, on the far side of the field. Penalty coming for Bath as well. Here's Griffin going through the middle.
Great hands by Stadden to Griffin. Back to Stadden.
Those two linking up very well here. Here's Harris now, goes for the kick over the middle, so charged down by Ewan Murray, but that won't matter because we're coming for back for the advantage.
Playing the 9.
And
number 1, playing the 9.
Referee.
He didn't have the ball, he can't play him.
It was a good play.
Good attacking platform from Durham. Like I said, 8 carried, big carry in the middle with Harris making a good tackle on them, getting them to ground quickly. Durham then trying to go the same way quickly, and they put a kick on the edge, and it became that kick battle. And Bath capitalised on putting more pressure on the kick chase and getting the penalty there for playing 9. A very sort of soft penalty, a coach would say, when you know you can't play 9, to leave them. So now Bath have got an attacking line out inside the 22 of Durham. But I think Bath now, 20 minutes into the first half, I think if they get penalty advantages now, they should try and shift it to the edges. I think Durham are now hanging back on the edges, knowing that they're going to try and kick the score, which means that the defence are passing on the outside. So if they get another penalty advantage, I'd like to see them try and shift it a bit to make the defenders think what's coming off the advantage.
So halfway point of the first half is
great take by Graham.
Mackenzie Graham has played some Premiership rugby. Bath go through the middle here. It's Hennessy. Is he up to the line? Yeah. He is. Brilliant play from Bath.
And it was a good breakthrough from Bath there as they got from Mackenzie Graham. And
yeah, the try by Eluda Kolade. I think they've swapped numbers, 12 and 13.
So yeah, Kolade going over with the try there. It was a brilliant move though, wasn't it, as they put the pass up. And Mackenzie Graham involved in that as he burst through the middle, and as he put the pass away, the power really from Kolade shows just how strong you are in that situation. As he burst over, had enough to get over the line, dots the ball down, first try of the night, and it's a nice lead for Bath, isn't it, at 11 points to 3.
Yeah, I think like Mark Lills will be extremely happy there as forwards coach for Bath University, that he's got experience of playing at high level and coaching at high level, so he'd love to see that delivery of line-outs that close to the line. You need to make the throw. The throw is brilliant there by Jasper Spandler. Mackenzie Graham delivery back to Jasper Spandler, who made the right decision. He played the short ball through for Luda Kolade, and to be honest, that is an extremely well-run move, and everybody has done their own job very well, and a great try with now Harris attempting the conversion from 15 metres in from the touchline in front of the subs benches.
Yeah, and it just justifies your decision, doesn't it, to go for the corner there rather than take a point. It was a long kick to go for the posts, a little bit of a tight angle to work with as well, but now instead of that they're lining up a conversion rather than a penalty attempt, and Bath leading by 11 points to 3.
Conversion is
a try like it, yep, through it goes.
I think when looking back at that on the replay, that try, that I have to give massive plaudits to Jasper Spandler, the hooker. Multiple jobs there, from throwing, hitting his man in the line out. As you see the replay, straight on the money. He gets the ball out the back here. He's got multiple decisions to make here. Make the throws correctly and make the delivery of the pass. So that's a great role there by Jasper Spandler at hooker there for Bath University.
Yeah, and he's been amongst the tries himself, hasn't he, in this competition?
Hookers always are.
Yes, yeah, they are these days. That's for sure. As Durham waste no time, gets us back underway. And they're putting Bath under pressure there as well. That's a good restart in the end. Bath having to work hard for it. They'll do well to keep possession there.
So this is where they need to stand somebody in front of the number 4, just in front of him, so he can't get to 9's foot. He's literally opening up that right foot, so somebody could stand at the back of the line out at Maul and Ruck and stop it.
Yeah, and
he's dropped it. He's dropped it. 15's dropped it. Mackenzie Graham, great pick up, kick chase from his second row, superb there. Kick on kick.
And another kick there. He's pulled advantage over as well.
Yeah. Interesting there.
Yeah. Always hold off saying advantage over, referee.
Yeah, if you say it, you live by it.
Wasn't really advantage over, Jeff, was it?
No.
It's a knock-off.
It doesn't matter if you said advantage. If you kick it, it's done. I've never seen one of those called back.
No, I just obviously.
I look forward to his review.
Going into touch, it was never going to work for Bath. But Ewan Murphy's been a presence, hasn't he, for Durham so far in the second row there. He's been a threat, charging kicks down. He's been involved in it pretty at the forefront of it, really, for them.
Yeah, I think he's their main go-to in the line-outs. He's their option. He's the athletic person that they chuck up. But as well, I think the 8, Marcus Rhodes, has been good. He's carried well. He's around the park. He's also taking a knee at the moment in medical advice. Looks like right shoulder, but like you said, Ewan Murphy, kick chase as well, gets outside the maul, makes it hard for the 9s to get up and kick it in a convenient armchair. He's there to disrupt it. So he's definitely so far their performance of the game for their team. I'm sure other people will start breaking into the game when the purple patch, it's been, like I said, it's been, we're saying 25 minutes, purple patch still Bath, not really much. Durham had a snippet to get their 3 points, but the rest of the time being played in Durham's half with Bath, University of Bath on the ball.
And they'll be more than happy with the way the game's gone so far. Won't the anniversary game for them, of course. So a big night for everyone involved at the University of Bath. 56 years and 1 day, Matt, since it was founded.
20 years older than me then. Oh no.
Wait for this game to
then
get...
us, we'll put us a plural.
Yes. I like the way you included that. That was nice. As we wait for this game to get going again with a scrum. Just waiting for the referee to get everyone set, and here comes the ball in now from Bath. Horgan puts it in.
Good scrum there by Bath. They could get a penalty here. Yep. Back
surgery it back as well, aren't they?
Pushing them backwards. Don't kick it, shift it.
Here's Harris again.
One more pass to the edge there. He's made the line of Hennessy's through.
Brilliant play from Hennessy, bursting through there. That's a solid run from him.
Yeah, back right. There you go.
Centre's been really involved, haven't they? Here's Griffin again.
No, that's a penalty as well. There's no arms.
Yeah, referee finally agreeing with you, Matt, and signals a new penalty as Bath go. A big tackle there on Harris. He's slammed to the ground there as well.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if they talking to the linesman. Oh, what's he giving this one for? Oh yeah, I forget they don't have TMO and stuff like that. I'm very lucky. The replay of that with number 8 from Durham leading with a shoulder, no arm wrap on Archie Stanley, and I'd probably say in a high level match your penalty, possible yellow, just for the no attempt, but it gives another opportunity to Bath University to get back inside the Durham half, possibly in the 22 with a good Harris kick. He strikes it well, and the line out is just inside the 22, so another good platform here for Bath, University of Bath. That was nice, like I said to you earlier about them getting a penalty, trying to shift it to the edge. They did, they had opportunities, so now Durham are a bit at 6s and 7s. They haven't had much possession or territory, so it's still all Bath, and they'll need to capitalise on this in this next sort of 5 minutes to get another score. Yeah, and this is a great platform to do it from, isn't it? Just inside the 22, as you say, as they throw in now. Overthrows everyone over the head of Staden. Mackenzie Graham.
Mackenzie ties up, he gets the ball away to Kalade again. And now Bath, it's Scrappy ball, but they still have possession. Going forward here, Staden carrying forward up towards that try line again.
Turnover.
And Durham have won the penalty there. Frustration for Bath as they got close there. Frustration from Bath's point of view, but now there's a little bit of pushing and shoving going on from both teams. It's a big penalty for Durham to win in that part of the field now as the shoving continues. Referee just gets in the middle of it all to break it all up. Nothing really in it.
It's just H&M handbags in there.
As referee just tidies it all up here.
Clear out, 9 pass, Staden, great carry there.
Yes, Staden was strong there.
There you go, clear out, then here you go, number 8, where's number 8, coming here. There you go, there you go, the blue scrum cap.
The referee looks like he's going to reverse the penalty here, Matt.
Blue scrum cap, taps on the head.
Pushing in the face there, so a reverse penalty. This will be a big turnaround.
So now if I was Bath, take 3 points.
It is one of those situations with a 13 points to 3 lead.
Yeah, just keep the scoreboard ticking.
Yeah.
But that's only my opinion, but it looks like they're going to tap and go.
But then at the same time, I suppose it's hindsight, isn't it? If this doesn't work, you'll say they should have taken the points, but if they go in and get the try, it was the best decision they could have possibly made as they tap and go now and push up towards that try line again through the forwards, keeping it in tight. They're up to the try line there, just short. The referee can hear him screaming short.
There you go. I was right. I hate to say it.
But you knew all along.
Exactly. Like I said, take it to, 10 points ahead, 13, that's nearly 2 scores.
Yeah.
So keep ticking over. If they get, like I said, if that was second half or you're chasing the game, if that was Durham, I'd say definitely the right decision. But Bath, 13-3, make it 16-3, make it a tougher game to get back into.
Instead of being right up on that try line now, of course, it's the goal line dropout, so you have to start again. Shortish kick, though, taken well by Kalade there as he slides in on his knees to get it, takes it very well and gets Bath almost back up to the 22. Now they come through the forwards again, but they're taken to ground quickly, so now they're going through the numbers, really just using anyone who they possibly can find to get the pass away to at the moment. Bath,
they're falling into shape well here, Bath, but they recognise that Durham are soft on the inside of the carry, so there's a lot of inside balls coming. Harris hit late again, so they're definitely going after Harris now.
Yeah, they certainly appear to.
So that's another cheap penalty, which as a coach you're probably going to say to your players, why are you doing it? You're not affecting the game and you're putting your team under pressure.
Yeah, gone back for the penalty now. No real advantage for Bath there.
Harry Willard, late shot on 10.
And as you say, it has been a couple of hits down late on Harris.
There you go. So they'll take the penalty from 40 metres out back in front of the post, but not 10.
I guess it's more temptation.
Hindsight is he could miss it though.
Absolutely, yeah. But temptation, I suppose, isn't it, when you're 5 metres out?
Yeah. But sometimes when you have a prolonged period on the try line, and you think, all right, let's just get away from it and get back into our half. Like I said, they could have easily scored a try there and been more points up. But I think just in the way of the game, where the game's not really been played in Bath's half, that they can just take points when it's on offer and get back.
Yeah, BUCS Super Rugby at the recreation ground tonight. Rengen, the sponsors, all in attendance tonight, and they'll be pleased with what they've seen from those corporate boxes, won't they, so far?
Yeah, definitely. From the years I've seen some Bath, not Bath University, the BUCS Super Rugby League. I think that definitely over the last 2 years it really has stepped up. I think the buy-in from Premiership teams being able to release academy players to play whilst doing a study at university has been outstanding. So obviously the level stepped up, not only for Bath University but all the others like Cardiff Met, Exeter, Durham. So the level's being raised, and it is it's a great game to watch.
Here comes the attempt from Harris, and he's put that one through as well. He's kicking well tonight, and University of Bath extend their lead a little bit further, and now it's looking a little bit of a healthy lead, isn't it, 16 points to 3.
Yeah, like I said, it's now a 13-point game, so it's one more if they get another penalty to make it a 16-point game. There's 2 converted tries for Durham to get back into it, so it's a great game to watch, and it's a good standard, and Durham are really going to have to get into this arm wrestle soon, probably maybe even just simplify their game plan. Great take there by Durham number 11, Roy Shirt-Cox off the restart. That's outstanding.
Yeah, that's just what Durham needed, isn't it, because that will change the momentum, or certainly changes the field in terms of where their territory is. So that's a low pass though that Nicholson does well to tidy up at full back.
Good tackle by Staddon in the middle of Hennessy.
Yeah, right on the 10-metre line as well. Durham still have the ball though, spreading the ball out wide.
Yeah, Bath haven't been tested in defence for prolonged periods of defending, so now this is a good opportunity for Durham just to hold the ball for a couple of phases. Maybe the passes have got to be a little bit higher for these forwards to be taking them, but it's a good opportunity for Durham to test this Bath defence for the first time in this game. Yeah,
Bishop gets the pass away. Now they're trying to get the ball out with a long pass, so almost missing a good tackle coming in there from the Bath winger.
Ooh. I thought that was
the referee says it went forward there, but went backwards rather. It's a good tackle though, wasn't it, from Bath?
But you can see what Durham are trying to do is big forward carries, use the short sides, and if they can, get it out to their wingers.
Yeah. So no advantage there. We come back. High tackle, he says, by Garside.
8.
So not Garside's tackle. Yeah, Dole was the man that's penalised.
That tackle from Alfie Garside was superb. It's tough when your wing is coming at full tilt there, trying to get around the outside. He gets his head down, gets his leg, pulls it back. I think it's a tackle off this one. Coming in, George Dole there. Left arm seatbelt tackle, So this is the rules now. So right decision for Durham now. This, like you said, the purple patch. Durham now have an opportunity on the 22 to attack. Knowing how they want to attack after speaking to a couple of people, this will be, I'm guessing, a big driving mule to try and suck in penalty or an advantage to then play off the back of it.
Yeah, purple patch quite literally, Matt, in this occasion, isn't it, with their colours. Here we go as the line out.
6+1 turnover. Mackenzie Graham up at the front.
Brilliant by Bath to turn that one over.
Jasper Spanler's cleaned it up off the back.
Worked themselves in the position to get a clearance kick away. It's going to come towards us.
Going to stay infield, that. Always great kick.
Good view. Excellent kick there. Nothing that the fullback Nicholson could do for Durham there. That's just about as perfect a kick as Bath could have hoped for there, isn't it? Almost up to halfway.
Yeah, maybe they'd have realised that the 9 is under a lot of pressure there, and so they've gone to the back to the kickoff 10. But yeah, it's still in a good attacking platform here for Durham with 2 man outs. They're doing a 5-man, so you can imagine 8's going to either carry this back over Harris again, or it's going to be a trick play to try and get out the back. I'm just looking at the outside backs; they don't really look that engaged, so I'm guessing it might just be an 8 carry over the top.
Mackenzie Graham was up again for that one, but he's knocked that one forward. Unfortunate from a Bath point of view, but from Durham's point of view, they tied it up. That they're back in their own half now, trying to break through to get back up towards halfway. Inside they come. Big hit there, and Durham will try to spread it out wider to try and get it. Instead they go in tight, get a big carry through the middle, dummy pass from Nicholson.
Good tackle by Mackenzie Graham on the edge there. Advantage is over.
Taken to ground though, and good carry, solid carries coming in, but not really making any ground here from Durham.
Kicking off the back foot there from Durham, but
should be.
Yeah, he's got it. 15. Luca Minio's got it. Got Bath University back to the halfway line. The ball's out now.
Ball's loose. So and it's going to be Durham getting the penalty right on halfway. And the option there to go for a sniping run if they wanted to, but in this position, of course, you're just going to kick for the corner here and get the pressure back on Bath.
Yeah, definitely, like we said, it's swung and around about now. Durham are feeling on top, and he's gone for the touch, and he's missed kicked it dead. That was probably their moment to maintain a bit of pressure and try and get a score. They'll be disappointed with that. I actually felt he rushed that a bit.
Hands on hips from him as well, it says it all, doesn't it, his body language.
He had a bit more time than he thought, so now it's a scrum, 45 out, a bit of a relief pressure here. If I was Bath, I'd probably just take it off 9, get it 10, kick it straight down the channel and get into a kick battle. But they're young, they want to play with the ball, they want to chuck it around. What we're into now, the final 2 minutes of the half, so I would not be playing that in my, there's a countdown clock on our screen, so 5 minutes still to go. I wouldn't be playing this in my own half, I'd be kicking it long and loading to play off the second kick.
Yeah, just a little bit disparaging there, isn't it, with the scoreboard one end saying we've got 2 minutes 30 to go, and our
5 minutes
saying we've got 5 minutes still to play in the first half, so I guess we'll find out when the referee decides. Good scrum from Bath, they're right on halfway, trying to bring Kalade in again. The centres have been star performers for Bath so far, haven't they? They've looked hungry.
Yeah, I think Kalade's been superb. I think at the moment he's been the standout in this first half. Like we said, kick off at the back to 10. Harris, good kick there. Two-man chase, got to make the tackle.
Nicholson's escaped it, didn't he? Escaped the clutches there.
But they've advanced, 25 metres, so now what's going to come back is probably one ruck and then kick from Durham. So now they've got to make sure, Bath, that they take this next ball clean and be able to create a platform.
It's going to be Pepper who's going to put this kick down the scrum half for Durham. Here comes the kick now. He's got a lot of distance on that as well.
Which helps you in the backfield.
Yeah. Harris is underneath it, dances around and gets the offload pass there as the Bath come in through Minier, who goes to ground. But Bath in position again to try and get a better position to work the angles to maybe get a kick away.
Yeah, I think they've got to be kicking off. They're setting up to kick off 9 here. Yeah, 3-man down the short side.
Yeah, that's Horgan's going to kick this one away now, just looking which way. He's going to go back for another option to Harris instead. Harris saw a little bit more space, but
I don't mind that.
Durham read it quite well though, hadn't they? And Nicholson had covered a lot of ground to get that. His kick though is fielded by Bath on the far side of the field. They're going to hoof it back down.
He's trying to kick a spiral bomb. He's kept it in. Great kick.
Crowd trying to put it off the Durham player, but he was up to the challenge, wasn't he? Under a little bit of pressure.
If they shift it open, there's a lot of space out here. A lot of space.
Harris has it in his hands here. He's
got to run it.
Thought about it maybe 50, a little bit too long there. If it takes a bounce, Nicholson might jump.
50-22.
Nicholson had to touch that one there. Look at the celebrations from the Bath support team on down the touch lines there as well. And it is good play, but it was a great kick, wasn't it? The option was there, you put the kick across, and now a real dangerous position to be launching this attack from as we approach half-time for Bath.
I think Bath will be ecstatic over that outcome of that kick duel. That kick battle was superb, but I think Durham will be a little bit disappointed because they had enough time to get that hole covered, and Nicholson to let it go over his head in the backfield, and now this will definitely be a driving maul for University of Bath. Set up, great take, this Ethan Stadden, and the maul is set up now. 13 and 12 in, so it's a 10-man maul, the same as the first team of Bath Rugby set up, and they're going straight towards the line.
And they're getting there. They've got a good surge on, haven't they? Not quite there at the moment. They're getting closer to that line though. Bath think they're there. It's a try, just what Bath would have wanted. And as we approach half-time, the second try for the University of Bath. Extended lead further out there, and it's just what was always likely to happen, Matt, isn't it? You get into that position, you surge forward, and in the end you're just going to have too much power to get over that line.
Yeah, it's definitely what they've deserved, and definitely Jasper Spandler there at hooker. He's had a great first half at the moment, and Harris here, we're watching on the replay, had a lot of time in his hands, a great kick. There, you can never fault the kick. Durham will be disappointed they had enough time to get the backfield covered, and when Nicholson let that go over and get 50-22 is outstanding. And then the forwards capitalised on that, and then the team with Jasper Spandler from the last try where he was he helped everybody else score. It's his turn to score one, which is outstanding, and he deserved it. Now Harris has got the conversion attempt to make with 1 minute to go, and I think the ref has now just said to him that we're going to have enough time for the restart. So he's kicking from 6-7 metres in from the touch on the 22.
Well worked try, wasn't it? It all comes, as you say, from that pressure, from that kick. It put Durham under all kinds of pressure, and well, it was only going to lead to one thing really from that position, was Harris lines up the conversion. Quite tight, not the easiest of conversions here. He's been kicking well tonight though.
Little fade, I think, into a little kick into the wind towards that left post, and let the wind just bring it back in. unless he duck-hooks it.
Be one of your golf shots.
Oh,
Matt,
there's a little buttercup fade.
He's going to hit the post,
he's hit the post.
And
I said he aimed at the wrong post. It's perfect if it went to the left one.
No extras, but still Bath will take that 21 points to 3. We will have a restart here as we approach half-time. 21 points to 3. They'll be more than happy with that half-time score. And Neil Hatley down in front of us as well, Bath Rugby, part of the Bath Rugby coaching team. He'll be more than happy with what he's seen from the Bath point of view too.
Yeah, the forwards who are on show have really done well tonight, and even though Hat's Baltic here, he's still in shorts and t-shirt, but that's the way he is. He'll be very impressed with the forwards for Bath, how they've shown up, and it shows that they're in the next 2-3 years they could be first team players.
Bath make a bit of a meal of that restart though, and Durham have turned it over after a knock on by Bath, so Bath have to defend for one more phase at least in this first half. They're right in the middle of the field inside the 10-metre line in Bath's half, pushing forward again, and this will be the last phase of play, so next time the ball goes dead that will be it, from a penalty of course. And Durham looking to end with a flurry here. Loose pass here, Bath. If he could have picked that up there, he would have been away, wouldn't he? Instead, it's gone away to the replacement on the field for Durham that picks it up and runs back inside the 22.
Will Parry
come inside, and Will Parry was playing here for Bath last week against Bristol in the Premiership Rugby Cup. That's going to be knock on there by both teams, and that should do it. We'll do it to half-time. So far so good from a University of Bath point of view. From Durham's point of view, they had their moments, didn't they? At the start of the game they were in it, they've shown some promise, but overall Bath are a good value for this lead.
Yeah, I definitely think possession territory have all been in Bath's favour. Durham had that tiny patch where they were in the game, and probably the turning point was probably missing that touch off that penalty when they kicked it dead, because after that Bath capitalised on that. They've took a 3 points in front of the post and they've scored a try, very much in that time of the player where they could be spent 10 minutes down inside University of Bath's half, and there'll be a different beast to come out in the second half for Durham, I'm guessing, after their coach will be having a word with them.
Yeah, there is a Bath player, Ethan Stadden, that's stayed on the field receiving some treatment on the 10-metre line. That'll be a concern. Ethan Stadden's been quite involved, hasn't he? As a lot of the players have to be fair, but Ethan Stadden, one of their more senior players.
I think, like you said, a lot of them, nobody's had a bad game out there for University of Bath, and that's what the positive will be. So I'm guessing that if he stays on or if he comes off, the next person will bring just as much energy as he has. Okay, well, the half-time score 21 points to 3 in advantage to the University of Bath over Durham University. Let's take a look at some of the highlights, Matt. Here is a mistake on that early kick that we saw. Durham here knock it backwards here, weren't able to gather it, and then Bath just latched onto it. This led to the opening points of the game. Great play from Harris, wasn't it, as he got the penalty here, slotting it over, and Bath capitalising on that error by Durham. Yeah, Harris has had a strong first half. Multiple parts of that half of all the points have come through actions of his. If it's him chasing the kick, if it's him putting a pass to, if it's himself putting the kick through the post, most of it's all come through him. He scored the 50-20. He's put the boys in the right areas of the pitch. Like I said before the game, the battle between the 10s would be my interesting part, and I think that the 10 for Durham has been a little bit deep, and the attacking line for Durham has been very flat, and there's been one motion. There's not been two sides of attack, which is hard for a 10 then to play off. So definitely Harris has had the one up on the first half. Yeah, that's his second penalty that made it 6-3. We already saw the Nicholson penalty for Durham, which got them back on level terms. Harris then, and here comes that try now. It was just a great move, wasn't it, from Bath? Mackenzie Graham involved early on, and then Kalade just going through power there, showing his power, showing his pace, and just over the line, enough power there to get over and get the ball down. Good try. Yeah, from that line out there, I think Jasper Spandler really turned up in the second half, in the first half, sorry, and got a lot more involved. So he got some good carries. He scored his own try, and he set that one up. And like I said, in front of this great crowd that we have here tonight, University of Bath are really turning up as a squad, as a team, and they'll be looking forward to seeing what comes out in the second half. And from Durham's point of view, they'll be just frustrated with the errors that they're giving away. They're leading to points, aren't they? The late tackle that we see there on the screen there, late hit, is giving Bath the chance to kick for points, and they're taking those points when they're on offer. And as I said, it's 3 points, then become 6 points, then become 9 points, then it's far tougher to get back into the game. And this was a great one from Sam Harris to find the 50-20 and to capitalise off the back of that. But yeah, Bath are definitely on the front foot in this game, and Durham are probably hoping that the half-time whistle came a lot sooner, because they need a little refresh button to come out the second half and be a different battle.
And here's the try here that we saw just before the half-time whistle. Bath going in for the second try here, and in that position it was only going to be one result really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's massively and University of Bath have got 13 people into there, I think. There was not very many backs left outside. There's your 10, 15 and 11. The furthest 3 backs out, who were the only ones who didn't join in. So it's going to be a long night for Durham if they come out the second half with that same playing style they did in the first.
Yeah, well, that was all the action from the first half. Bath University leading 21 points to 3 at the half-time break, and a good value for that lead. Let's go back to the start of the season and get some thoughts from both sets of coaches. This is what they had to say at the start of the season when they were looking ahead to the campaign.
Okay, last season was a test. You got to look at a lot of players to really dig into the depths of your squad, but perhaps didn't get the results you wanted. What have you taken from it, and what are you going to use to bring you into this hopefully successful season coming up?
I know it's a pretty corny phrase, but a lot of learning. It was we learned a lot about ourselves in the league and what's needed for it. The depth, as you alluded to. Never thought we'd get to 50 odd players, but it is what it is. And I think the league doesn't lie, obviously, but we take a lot of encouragement from, I think we probably scored the most 4-try bonus points, and unfortunately losing bonus points, it probably helped us a lot. But yeah, we took a lot that will take us forward and strengthen us.
Let's talk about the beginning of this season then, because you've got Cardiff, you've got Leeds Beckett, you've got Hartpury first up. It's always a bit of a journey into the unknown, and teams have their reputations, but how much are you looking forward to getting going, and what do those teams scream out to you at the start of the season?
Of course we're looking to get going. You know, the benefit is of using large numbers last year is we've got a lot of experience coming into this year. So look, don't look at any team. Again, I talked about learnings as you, who knows any of those? There's no, you don't know the strong or the weaker opposition until we get into it, and it'll be November, December before we've all tested each other out.
Right then, as supporters of this great league, BUCS Super Rugby, what should we look forward to from University of Bath this season?
How Bath play, you know, and to continue how Bath play, but a bit more quality around some of the areas that around their set piece and their defence and physicality. We know what we like to do and our identity, and you'll see that again with Bath University. Again, you know, we scored lots of tries last year, but we're on the wrong side of the win-loss result. But you'll see that again, and you'll see us developing some really good characters and players.
Looking forward to it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Women's and men's league champions, the kings and queens of BUCS, you must be incredibly excited to try and do it all again this season.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable experience. Certainly the proudest I've ever been as a coach to be associated with those two groups. And that's the beautiful challenge of uni rugby. There's been some player turnover, and then you go again. And both leagues so hard. The standard's fantastic, and it's such good competitions to be part of. I'm excited.
Let's talk about the men's first then, and the possibility to win that league 3 times in a row. To go again and maybe do it 3 times, that'd be incredibly special.
Oh, it would be. I mean, even to do a repeat was incredibly special. I don't think anyone can realistically go in expecting to be a champion or expecting to be anywhere necessary whereabouts. But we'll certainly give it everything. We'll go hard every game. And if we could end up there at the top again, that would be unbelievable.
And then in the Women's National League, I don't think there are many leagues in world rugby where the travel schedule is quite so punishing. what they continue to do to push the levels in that league with that group of players, that's pretty special.
100%, particularly because some of those players are late specialising in rugby. They've come from other sports, and it's a new experience for them. Other the girls are doubling up and they're involved with the Premiership, which is, certainly for our girls, heavy punishment in the travel. So I think you have to have just unbelievable respect for the kind of personality that can cope with that whilst doing a world-class degree. I think to achieve on both fronts is something really quite special. They should be really proud of.
How do you go about setting targets before a season kicks off? And when do you start thinking about those? Is it in the pre-season or when you maybe coming towards the end of the season previously?
I can honestly say that my 3 years at Durham, we've never set a target in terms of a league finishing position. We just set a target of training really hard the next session and trying to win the next game. And that's the honest truth. We obviously hope, and we chat and say, well, we've got potential, we could go really well this year. But there's 9 other teams and 5 other teams who have like a huge say in that. And it doesn't, until January, February time, you've got no idea whether you're really seriously going to be in contention or not.
Finally then, league champions, undisputed, no one can question that.
Yeah.
But there are 2 cups that didn't have Durham engraved on them at the end of the season. Are they in your focus, or are you going to commit to the lie that you're not results driven?
No, we are results driven, don't get me wrong. We're just the next result driven, as opposed to, I think, you can't be not results driven in this table. It's just the next result. I think if we start thinking about Cup now, we're in a lot of bother. We have to think about Loughborough. And if we think about anything other than Loughborough, and for the women Hartbury, then we're going to be in big trouble, because they are 2 outstanding outfits. If we are not focusing on them, they will beat us.
Loughborough, Hartbury, watch out.
Hope so.
Good luck.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Team's coming out. Yep, and here we go then. The team's coming back out at the recreation ground. So far, Bath are good value for their lead at the break, 21 points to 3 half-time score against Durham University. And Matt Banhan alongside me. They'll be more than happy with that. Now they have to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, no subs now for Bath. I think that they would have finished that first half strong, and they won't want to make any rash decisions with substitutions for this second half, and they'll be trying to keep the same momentum. It'll be interesting how Durham get out their first half, get out their half in this second half, and put some pressure back on Bath, which didn't happen much in the first half.
And it will be Harris getting us back underway at the rec. He's put that kick out very wide, hasn't he? And it might work for Bath's advantage. So they put Durham under all kinds of pressure. A shorter kick-off from Harris. Bath going towards the sports centre end of the recreation ground in the second half. Durham going towards the clubhouse end at the rec. And here comes their kick. Taken well, far side of the field. And now that's a good break through the middle again from Harris, who's been involved in quite a lot. Positive for Bath tonight, and they come again here. Here's Collade trying to get the ball out to Hennessy. Hennessy puts his foot down and runs. He's got support as well. Good inside pass from him onto the winger, but penalised. Durham will breathe a sigh of relief there. They get the ball, a clearance kick here from the penalty.
Paul Brown, the right winger for Durham there with the turnover, holding on. He's had a strong game for Durham as well when he's been involved. He hasn't had many actions, but when he has, oh, that's going to hit our computers. No, it's not. Just missed us. He's had a very strong game for Durham there, so they'll be happy after sort of a poor exit for Durham with a chase, a good kick, but the chase was poor. Gave one pass and Sam Harris weak shoulders straight away. But now Durham have got an attacking line out on the halfway line.
Yeah, and they'll be reasonably happy with that, because it wasn't the cleanest of restarts from their point of view, was it? Mackenzie Graham again trying to make a nuisance of himself, but Durham take possession from the line out. They're up to halfway now. Now it's a good second surge forward from them. Bath trying to disrupt them and get them to ground. They eventually do, but still there for Durham to recycle, and they go through the middle once again through Murphy. And here comes a kick into space, a good intelligent kick there, although Bath have managed to get back across into position to get a clearance kick away themselves inside the 22. Finds touch, and Durham will have the line out just about on the 10-metre line in Bath's half of the field. So they'll be more than happy, I guess, with that, the way that turned out with in terms of the field position that they've now got.
Yeah, I think Barr and Lloyd Gilmore, they're a good kick there, out there, a bit of pressure on him, but after all that work that Durham did, they probably only gained 8 metres, but it's another attacking line out. Same 5-man with 8 carrying in the midfield. See if he's a ball player or a carrier. By his foot pace, he's going to go ball carrier.
Yeah, and now they're stretching the field to the far side. They want to get Brown on the board. You can see why, because he's a very dangerous runner, isn't he? Inside the 10-metre line now. So it takes 2 attempts to get to the second row to ground. Still moving the ball forward though. Durham University. That's gone loose, but it was intelligent play there from the loose head prop. He just, as he knew he wasn't going to get it, kicked it forward instead, and now Bath have to try and tidy things up again. Tackle to ground. And the scrum half will play it into Griffin, who runs into contact. Has taken 2 players, took 2 Durham players to bring him to ground.
Kick on the front foot. Oh, past the hooker.
Spandler gets the pass away there. That's a solid run, isn't it?
This is a good time to kick now. They're on the front foot and then still in their half. But 9's carried now. Now they've lost 9. They've got away with one there. A couple of boys off their feet.
Mackenzie Graham goes.
Harris has set it long left.
Yeah, and
great decision. This is 50-20 if it goes out.
That's a good kick.
Another 50-20.
Yeah.
Let's see what the linesman gives. Yep. Another 50-20. Good recognition there. Kicking on the front foot out your own half.
That's intelligent play, isn't it? He's highly rated, isn't he, Harris? And you can see why.
Yeah, I spoke to Neil Hatley before the game, and he spoke very highly of him. But just he's at that stage where he's at a great learning area, and this standard is perfect to learn, seeing opportunities which give you one. And he's now showing that he has played at a higher level, and the things that he can do on the ball and without the ball. And sometimes, as a 10, kicking it around the pitch off the ball is what you can put your team around the park.
Was it a gem of a kick, wasn't it? There,
great throw there.
Moving it infield here, Bath again now going through the forwards, keeping it in tight.
Great line there.
Oh, good run through the middle for Bath. They're going to go in under the post here.
George Dole.
And Dole gets another try for Bath, and that was well worked. It just opened up for them as they come through the middle. They had too many numbers, and then it just sort of almost opened up like a parting of the sea, didn't it, for him? It goes in under the post.
There's obviously a set play off the back of the line-out, which is a little bit messy. I think they're supposed to pass the inside ball to the winger or the 7, but they dealt with it right. And George Dole was actually in the midfield with the centres, and he ran a hard line from out to in on the blind side shoulder of the Durham defence, and found the soft shoulder and went straight through. That is a credit to your 9's delivery, nice pass. Here's the line-out drive here. There's supposed to be a peel. I'm guessing Jasper Spandler is supposed to get this and give an inside ball. Who's the inside ball there? The winger. The winger's on the wrong shoulder. But they dealt with it correctly there. Dole's out wider here. You can't see him yet. And there he is outside running into a weak shoulder. So he's done well there for his team. The delivery from 9 was superb to recognise that he's coming on a hard line from out to in. That was a great line for him to see what he can do. The first phase wasn't perfect. It doesn't always have to be. And George Dole really did run that well, that line in against the blind shoulder.
And the conversion through, as you would expect, is a relatively simple, straightforward kick there, conversion in front of the post. And it's a really nice lead now for University of Bath by 28 points to 3.
Yeah, now Durham still want it. They had a little purple patch in that. They want to get back in. If I was Durham here, I'd be kicking this long and making sure that Bath kicked it back long. I wouldn't want it competitive. I would have trying to kick it long in the 22 and try and get a kick back off them and play off that, just to try and get some phases in the game and some field position. And if you kick it short, it gives Bath a chance to kick long back into your own half. I think he's kicked it long. 9's carried it. Kick it.
That's a big boot on that one as well, isn't it?
And now this is what Durham want now, this sort of shape. They've got 4 people behind the ball. They want to get in this kick battle.
They put a lot of air on that one though as it goes up into the night sky. Harris couldn't take that one cleanly. And who's going to respond quickest?
Yeah, first man steal from Durham. As I said, they wanted to get into this sort of arm wrestle with a kick battle. That's probably the wrong way because you've got numbers. It's got to go left here. left in and hard lines off 9.
Bath are trying their best to disrupt it, but Durham in the ascendancy at the moment.
Yeah, same way. It's a quick ball.
Out to the far side of the field there. That's a good tackle.
Great tackle there.
Pushing them backwards. That's what Bath needed there, wasn't it? Because they were just picking up a little bit of steam there.
Great counter up there.
Yeah, another good piece of play from Bath here, but Durham still have it. And they will come again. Now here's the loose head prop having a carry for the Durham visitors this evening. That's Dormer.
Well read by Sam Harris there. He knew it was played double defender there, short line out their back. Durham are just running a little bit one off. They're not in shape quick enough. There's not enough people. There's not enough opportunity. There's not enough options at the line. There's one man carries or one person out the back, and that's why it's easy for the Bath defence to light up and go catch people and knock them backwards. They've knocked them back. Well, they made a good line break down the edge here, even though Bath have knocked them back 10 yards.
They're almost up to that 22, though, aren't they?
That's where they started. Yeah.
But they went back a lot, lost a lot of ground there, and then had one initial surge. It's a
penalty
advantage coming for them here. Oh, that's a clever play there from the replacement front row.
Good feet there by 9.
And Bath have to defend for their life there. Is that a new advantage from the referee signalled?
Home advantage.
And
it's all very...
They do what they want here, Durham, really, can't they? And they try to get the ball away to Brown. He gets around. That's a good holding on to the back of his shirt there, taking him into touch. They know how dangerous a runner he is.
His acceleration is superb. On a static start, he's very dangerous. So I think the winger there,
I think you've got
a name on the big Lloyd Gilmore, does very well there to hold his feet and not sit in the seat position and still be able to accelerate and grab him.
Yep. So we go back for the penalties. University of Bath again just receiving a little bit of treatment at the moment, but he's back on his feet. That's Jasper Spandler.
This is where we said in the first half, if that was Bath, you take the 3 points and jog on. But now Durham are so far behind, they need to go for the 7 points. They can't let the scoreboard keep ticking over. They've got to get 7 points within the first 10-15 minutes of this game.
Yeah, the danger for them, though, we're on the side of the field where all the fans are packed in, so they'll be trying to make a nuisance of it from Bath's point of view. They're overthrowing the line out as well. Can Bath tidy this one up? They can. That will frustrate the Durham coaches, won't it? Overthrowing in that position. And Bath, a chance to work a clearance kick here, get the ball back. It's charged down, but they get a second attempt.
Charge down in goal, scrum Durham.
And well, that's
charge down in goal.
A scrum down here will be for because of the charge down in goal. It will be a put in for Durham here, right up on that goal line, 5 metres out. So
did you know that, Law?
That's the referee did.
Yeah.
He's the man that matters.
You don't touch the ball last, but the opposition can have the ball.
Yeah. It's one of those things, isn't it? When players are coming through, they've got the momentum to go and get that ball. Yeah. They're going after it. So I suppose it just feels cruel to not reward them in some way. But this is equally harsh on the team defending.
Yeah, it's a great platform to have. But it's a dominant Bath scrum there. Putting them under pressure. Oh, missed tackle by 9 and Bath.
And he's going to go straight in the corner there. That's the scrum half. Max Pepper, that gets that one. It sort of just broke down, didn't a broken play really, and in the end he didn't have much to do, just darts around the corner, puts the ball down and gets Durham back into this game.
Yeah, sometimes like in rugby, missed tackles happen. There you go, it's just a one-on-one tackle. Bath University 9 will learn, like that close to the line, you've got to be right on his heels, chomping at him so he can't even turn and square on you. He's just giving him too much space there. If you're right on him there at the base of that scrum, he can't pick up and go that far. But that's great work by Max Pepper though to recognise that and use it. But I said that if Durham want to get back into this game, they had to score in the next 5-10 minutes. So now they're back in this. They need to not let Bath score next. It's about this is their momentum at the moment, their time, and they've done really well out that passage of play to come out, choose to go to the corner, and overthrow, win the ball back with a kick chase. There's a little bit more desire in that first passage of play that we saw in that first 10 minutes of the second half than we did in the first half. So now the kick is trying, 5-6 metres in from the touchline, 25 out, with some positive heckling from the Bath University cheerleaders from behind, and the kick is
pushed across the face of the goal. Good attempt though, wasn't it? To give him credit, it wasn't the easiest of conversion attempts there, but it doesn't go through, and the crowd are more than happy with that. Here's the charge down, Matt.
Yeah, and that's where he said, you see people decide. There's number 4 again, Ewan Murphy. He's been outstanding. Him and Paul Brown being the two standouts for Durham today. How they've worked, how they haven't given up on anything, and that's what you want as a coach to see, and you just hope there's 13 other people that want to live up to those guys' desire.
Yeah, and the try in the end was straightforward for Pepper, wasn't it, to go in the corner and get Durham back into the game. The game back underway with Bath in possession on halfway. A dummy pass that time, but they're coming back in the field now. Harris caught in two minds there, was thinking about putting a long pass across or a kick field. Instead he puts a kick the opposite direction, and it's tidied up by Durham. They've put the ball back down the far end of the field, and Mignal will now kick it away. It's going to get back up to halfway. Worcester have to slide in to get it here. The visitors Durham, they slide in, take it though, and have possession. Crowd trying to get a little bit of play their part in this game as the kick comes in from the scrum half now. Straight down the throw, but it's gone behind the Bath player there, who made a little bit of a meal of that, so sort of tried to lock it into his chest, and in the end it went over his shoulder. So Durham have the ball again on the 10-metre line. Here comes the kick now.
Kicks it very early because you've got about another 10 metres to take it to the defensive line to drag them up to create some space, but this is what Durham want to be, and that's a great kick from Harris there over the halfway line to the far 10. Oh, was he so straight? That was a great kick.
Yeah, clever kick from him there, really, and he has been kicking well from hand, hasn't he?
Yeah, and that's that point of where the Durham player kicked it so far away from the line that he had to kick it further, so they gave Harris more time to catch it under no pressure, so he could then pick where he wanted to kick it in the future. Whereas if he took the ball all the way to the defensive line and kicked it, he's more likely to get to the landing point of his kick and not give the opposition catching player time to catch it, find space and kick it. But Harris, great work by Harris there. Sort of poor execution from the Durham kicker.
Murphy takes that again, as you say. He's been one of their standout players tonight, hasn't he, for Durham?
No, he's not
been involved in most of things that have been positive for them. Advantage for Durham coming now. And Bath just have to watch things a little bit here, don't they? Here goes Pepper again now. He's got around the first man into up to almost to the 10-metre line.
I'd have kicked out for a line out because it was stop building territory.
And it puts Bath right back under pressure, doesn't it, if you do that? But instead, the tap and go, sometimes it can work.
Number 18 for Durham's come on. He's carried Isaac Kayada. He's carried really well when he's been on, and they've just lost it in contact.
Yep, so now the referee comes back, and we will go for a knock-on here by both teams initially, the referee saying there, so knock-on here, and we come back for the scrum.
Positive there, what we said about Durham, about Ewan Murphy and Paul Brown, that Isaac Kayada, who's come off the bench for them, he's brought the same energy and desire with that carrying hard, working hard, getting himself around the park. I think they just need a little bit more through 10, 12, 13 Durham at the moment. They're very flat, they're just shifting the ball, and in kick chase they're not hard off the line and putting Bath University under pressure. Whereas Bath at the moment, we go on the flip side, the centres for Bath of Louis Hennessy and Lula Colade are forward carrying, hard at the line, they're aggressive in defence, and that's where I think the arm wrestle is leading, especially in kick battle. How hard your centres are going to work is a lot of time what's going to give you the advantage. If you're going to work harder to get forward to stop them from shifting it wide, or carry hard when in midfield. So it's an arm wrestle where I think Durham need to pick up their game in their centres, but I think Bath are doing really well. But Durham are back into this game now. They definitely need to score next to see if Bath can maintain the momentum.
Miles Reid at the back of that stand on the opposite side to us, Matt. It looked like he was in the background in his bright orange jacket. Might be wrong.
It probably is him. He's an ex-Bath alumni playing for the university, and now he's a senior player.
We wait for the game to get restarted with a scrum for Bath now, which we're going to have a reset here. Penalty this time. And Durham not happy, Bath more than happy there. They get the penalty and they'll have a chance to turn the field a little bit, because Durham have been having a little bit more of the ball of late.
If I was Bath at the moment, I'd just slow everything down. It's getting a little bit frantic. Kick off the pitch here, walk to the line out. Everybody knows their roles. It can get very. Is he kicked the touch? He's missed touch.
Yeah, that's going for broke there, isn't it? Almost Billy Burns style. It doesn't quite work.
Will Parry there carrying, who we said last week was playing for Bath.
He was, yeah, against Bristol, and they're losing effort that night. And now it's Durham's chance to win a penalty, or their turn to win a penalty. Just outside of the 22, and they're going to kick down
Slightly,
the far side of the field. He
he's
sliced it
again.
by a long, long way.
Yeah. He rushed it, kick again. You've got more time than you think. You get a big attacking opportunity here. 4-on-2 for Bath. Just
Harris
hands. Fix the
gets
inside
ball away.
shoulders.
He's got to get the pass away. He does
End
so
guard,
this time.
He can put it on his foot.
Hennessy will kick it through the middle. Who's going to chase that one? Harris is after it. It's going to take some bounces inside though, and Durham do well.
He's done very well
to get away there. That's a really good play from the fly half for Durham there. So smart play from him, isn't it? Pat Bishop, the co-captain, tidies things up for them because Harris was after that one.
I think Hennessy realised that in the manufacture of the game, of that he doesn't have to try and run that big breakdown, kick it behind them, put them in an uncomfortable position. This kick should go off, and with what? Turnover ball, shift, kick it behind them, 2 breakdowns, and now you've gained 70 metres up the pitch. And now they've got Bath University got a line out on the 22. There's 2 subs coming on.
Yep, changes for Bath here.
8's going off. George Dole's coming off.
Yeah. And that's one of the try scorers, and Spandler's going off.
2 try scorers.
Yeah. So they put in more than a shift tonight, haven't they?
Yeah, Duncan Hood's coming on at hooker.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to wait for Harry Breeze, Wales under-18 international, coming in at the back row.
An economics student.
Yeah, and then Scotland under-21 international hooker. So some great people coming on the pitch for some energy and enthusiasm.
And they'll be happy to be coming on with the scoreboard as it is, 28 points to 8. But this is, you sense, just a key part of this game, Matt, isn't it?
Yeah, trying to run the same play again.
They're trying to go through the passes behind them. What's going to break down here? It's going to be Mackenzie Graham going through.
Same play again. They passed the wrong person, but they seem to get momentum. 2 catching 1 pass.
That pass, that's gone backwards there. And it's going to be a turnover ball there, so frustration for Bath, just not quite working for them at the moment as it was maybe earlier in the game, but they still got a good cushion on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think that they just need to simplify it, like they did so well when they simplified it. They just made a hard drive and carried hard, got around the park, and Sam Harris chose the right options around the park. But like I said, they've got their 28-8, they'll be thinking, let's try and go through our playbook and try stuff. Another 2 subs coming on for Bath, it looks like. Number 9 is going off, Ellis Morgan, and Murdoch Lowe's coming on.
Murdoch Lowe was another one that
he played the other day, yeah. One of the youngest ever players to ever represent Bath, 18 years old. And Hennessy's coming off as well. So Louis Hennessy has gone off, so I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the guy, number 22, so Sam Cano. I hope I've got to pronounce that correctly.
Will come on to the field there. Interesting there, Matt, when that broke down, you may have heard one of the Durham players saying it's our game now.
They can definitely feel the momentum shifting, but they are 10 metres from their own line. They know that the game has to go in purple patches one way or the other, and they have to get another area score or get inside Bath's half for a prolonged period of time to put Bath under some pressure, the University of Bath. But that's a great scrum by Bath. Yeah, that could be a turnover.
It is a great shove. They pushed them backwards here.
There's 9 picked up at the base.
Durham are going to work hard to keep this one. Bath managed to, yes, they have. They jumped on it. Great play from Bath at that scrum there, forcing a turnover. It's Ethan Stadden that has a carry there. And now they go through phases, pick and goes here, which we're going to see quite a lot of here as they work their way towards that line. Now would be a timely moment to score, wouldn't it, from a Bath point of view?
Like I said, in parts of the games where I was saying take 3 points and just walk up the pitch, and they've got a lead, they can do this. They don't have to force that. They can just pinch inches, and if they get knocked back 5 metres, they can keep doing it. Murdoch Lowe go for the hole.
He went to dummy the pass, didn't he?
That's where the hole was. But they can do this for minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 seconds, whatever they do. Majority of the time, the defence will always give an offside if a penalty doesn't, if a try doesn't come, because you've got to stay behind the back foot. As soon as somebody puts a hand forward on the floor, it's a penalty advantage. There's your 3 points just to keep the scoreboard ticking. There's a lot more pressure in defence here than in attack.
Yeah, they're trying to get closer to that line, aren't they now? Working their way up, and over the line this time. Referee wants to have a look.
Yeah, I'm looking at defence. The guy from Durham behind the ruck was very disheartened, like they'd scored there. So I can imagine this is going to be a try.
He's having a word with his touch. Gives a try there. Wanted to have a word with his touch judge just to make sure. And it's Bath that get that 4th try. Bonus point territory then for Bath. And it worked hard. Archie Griffin, he's probably deserved that try tonight. He's been pretty impressive.
Both props, Archie Griffin and Archie Stanley, have been superb tonight, getting around the park. Physical dominance in the scrum, and you can see people like Neil Hatley will be here watching those boys as a prop himself and be very proud of how they've performed, and still putting a big shift in, because we're now 60 minutes into the game and both your starting props are still just looking as fresh as they looked at in the first minute.
Too much strength there from Griffin, wasn't it? Looking on that replay there, just too much strength. He knew where the try line was, put his head down, goes in there. And 33-8 as now we wait for the conversion attempt from Harris. So a good night's work, isn't it, from Archie Griffin's point of view. Caps it off with a try.
Yeah, I think they'll be very pleased. Bath, like we keep saying, Durham haven't had much territorial possession around the pitch, and so when they look back at the first 60 minutes, they'll realise that they needed to play in the right areas of the pitch. I think that Ewan Murphy and Paul Brown have been outstanding for them. Whenever they've got the ball, they've looked dangerous and they've been disruptive. And the conversion is successful there by Harris. But Bath really have showed up tonight. At so far in 60 minutes with 19 minutes to go, and they'll hopefully want to be putting on some more points and some more momentum into this game.
Yeah, it's well, from a Bath point of view there, they've had some it's easy to pick out the try scores, I suppose, but they've had some impressive players that haven't been on the scoreboard as well that have played a key role.
Yeah, multiple. I think both centres have played extremely well. It's funny that the wingers haven't had much to do. Neither of the wingers they've defended really well, but they've never really had ball in open play because the forwards have been so dominant and kept it tight.
And you said that was an important time from a Bath point of view to score, wasn't it, really? Because Durham had just scored a try, and they were sensing that they were getting some momentum back as the ball goes loose back towards halfway with Durham in possession.
Yeah, you now think it's a 4-score game, whereas if Bath hadn't scored and Durham scored next, it was only a 2-score game. So 4 scores is a big old ask, and now there's a lot of space out here on the left. This is where I said wingers, it's going to open up second half if they start squaring up.
Yeah, and they're trying to get the pass away now to
step into the side.
Can he get inside? He can. That's a good carry, a good run there from Bath there. Louis Gilmore getting it involved in that down the flanks. They go back inside the middle, and now it's with Harris again. Just a little bit delayed pass there. Good pickup, yeah, very good hands. That was Garside, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that picked that one.
So now the game started opening up because Durham are having to be a little bit tighter in defence, not wanting people to run through them.
Here's that Mackenzie Graham, dummies the pass now. Oh, that's great footwork from Mackenzie Graham. Can he get away, Mackenzie Graham? Can he make it up? That's brilliant try from Mackenzie Graham. He just looked like a winger there. You say the wingers haven't had much ball. They don't need them.
He didn't want to pass it, Mackenzie.
They don't need it. If the second rows can do that and have footwork like that, Mackenzie Graham, in he goes. And that's an impressive try for Bath. Brings up 40 points as well, 40 points to 8.
It's great to see Mackenzie. I coached a long time ago Bath Rugby Juniors at under 11, 12, 13s, and Mackenzie was in one of the younger groups. And I think he was a very good judo athlete when he was younger, and he chose to go to rugby. Being as athletic as he is and being as tall, to see him go through the school system, to see him go through the academy system, and he played, I think, last season a game for Bath Rugby first team against Bristol at Ashton Gate, and he scored, and he showed his speed and pace there, and he's definitely one for the future, and he's a Bath boy at University of Bath, so that'll mean a lot to him to score at the Rec.
That day he was one of the bright spots for Bath, wasn't he, at Ashton Gate that day? I bumped into his parents before that game, had a chat with his dad beforehand, just completely by accident. He was really excited, of course, to see his son play.
Does his dad have lovely hair like me?
No, he doesn't. No.
Does his mum?
Yes, let's say yes. She might be listening, yes.
It's great. It's like I said, many people, it's a special time to come out and play on the Rec, but to be a Bath boy and have the opportunity to come out here and score, that'll be a special moment now. So there's a big, while Sam Harris is lining up the kick, there's lots of subs coming on, both props subbing off, and Mackenzie is going off now, so he's had his little 40-metre run-in try.
Yeah, you can't say he doesn't deserve to be on the scoreboard either, do you? Can you really? The way he's played tonight, some impressive performances. As
kicks just pushed past.
Harris pushes that one past the post, much to the frustration of the mascot behind the goal.
Oh, they're subbing Sam off as well. taken 10s off both props and Mackenzie. So
here's that try again, Matt. It's really impressive. Mackenzie Graham just off the shoulder there. Good pass inside, dummy pass inside Brown.
Yeah, Brown's had an outstanding game as well. Disappointing, not as shining down on him, but that was very good from Mackenzie there to do that inside out. I couldn't even do that. So fair play to him. And now Bath will ring the changes there by both props, 10 and Mackenzie Graham. So Bath will be trying to challenge themselves to see if they can get to 50, but Durham will have to. Their coaches will want to not see them give up.
Yeah, those fans on the far side very happy, aren't they? Just celebrating with Mackenzie Graham, as you say, as he's left the field now. As we get the game back underway, good pressure from Durham on that restart, putting Bath under all kinds of pressure and winning the penalty as well as we enter the final 15 minutes.
Yeah, so this is now a challenge. You made they made 6 substitutions in the last 3 or 4 minutes. It's about those people coming on the pitch, not letting the intensity drop down, go and keeping it to keep the energy up there from the boys, and so then they can keep the momentum going. But Durham subs now are wanting to come on and improve a point, and that was one of them chasing the kick there, making a good tackle, and then the turnover. And now Durham have got a line out 5 metres from Bath's line in front of the change rooms.
Yeah, and well, from their point of view, it'll be winning this last 15 minutes, won't it?
Yeah, definitely. If they could get it to 40 points to 20, it seems a little bit more respectable, especially, like I said, being last year's reigning champions. And you know that the next leg will be a lot different match when Bath have to go up to Durham.
Yeah, as they win the line out, and now they're pushing forward through the second rows again and bringing everybody in to try and get the numbers up then into their advantage. Ball on the floor. There to be played. Are they going to tap and go here? As an arm out by the referee. Penalty advantage coming. It's a Bath turnover, but penalty had already been signalled by the referee. We come back for the penalty for Durham. Not happy with Bath. Hands on the floor. And now Durham have the decision of kicking for the corner or tapping and going. Looks the way they put the ball down on the floor. They're going to kick into the corner and go for the line out again, but they've got a player down receiving a bit of treatment at the moment.
Yeah, pre-game we got told they were a very good driving team, a good drive, so I think they'll go to that. That'll be their go-to. But the tough thing is the last 2 line-outs they've done, they've lost. So it'll be the hooker who's coming on will be knowing that and knowing the stat that they've lost the last 2. So it'll be interesting if Bath put any pressure on them, knowing that they're good driving, if they stay on the floor and just try and counteract the maul or go up in the air and try and disrupt it.
Yeah. As, we wait for the Durham player to get back to his feet and we can get this game back underway. Neil Hatley's seen enough. Matt, he's left the stand.
Yeah, he gave me a good little love tap in the kidney as he went past, took me a breath and stopped me from talking, so I apologise for that.
Not to say the action. 15. The fans look like they're enjoying it though, don't they? Happy with the night so far.
Yeah, it's a very impressive show out from Bath University students, and if any Durham students have come down to watch the game, it's brilliant to see how many people can come down and get here and support the university in a big game, in the anniversary game.
As we wait for this one to get going again though, so as we get into the latter stages of the game here, I mean, from both points of view, especially from Bath's point of view, I suppose we said that Durham want to win this phase, but from Bath's point of view, with all the changes they've made, these players equally want to impress.
Yeah, because you never know if you're going to be needed in the next game. If one of the boys aren't performing very well or are injured or can't play, the coach knows that you can step up to the level that the other boys play. So they've also got an opportunity to represent themselves well and put themselves into play next week when they play the next one.
As we wait for the line out then, 5 metres out.
Yeah, Bath have pinched it tight to try and make them throw to the back, just to give them.
Have been a few overthrows.
They've stole it again. Bath have stole it.
They have indeed. That's a good play, and then solid play as well. That's brilliant play from Garside there to tidy things up as well and get some extra metres and make it a little bit easier for Bath to stretch the field here. Now they're trying to stretch it to this side of the field to try and get some run here. They might have lost the ball forward on that occasion then. Trying maybe too hard there when the move wasn't there. They didn't necessarily have to make that pass.
No, once they shifted to the edge, they could have just kicked it long down the channel. But that's stuff that they'll learn when they do analysis. That once you've turned the line out, even if Durham have the ball and start attacking on the halfway line, that's 50 metres back from where they originally had it. So they'll learn it, but they've got the opportunity. They have the scoreboard in their favour. But Durham have got a good attacking opportunity with a 6+1 here, or 5+1, sorry. So it looks like a drive with a breakout. 9's actually entered that early, so ref missed that.
There's a penalty for Durham here, right on the 22 as well. So now they can put this one in back where it was a moment ago, and Bath, having done the hard work of turning it over, are now back where they were just moments ago.
Let's see if Bath will defend it the same with a pinch, 2 pods at the front at the very start of the line out to force them to try and throw it to the back. I think if they're smart, Durham, they'll shorten the line out and try and go for spaces, which they have. So they could pick any option here if they want to go forward and come back. They've changed the hooker, Durham now, so new hooker on, so enough pressure on him to grab on.
Well, Jacob Head just gone off. He didn't look best pleased that he was being replaced at that moment. I guess when you got a
5-man square, 5+1 up, turnover again.
Good play by Bath again, making a nuisance in that position, aren't they? And really dominating the line out at the moment.
See this, don't take another breakdown, just kick it straight off. Just get it off the pitch and try and send them back 10 metres further back than where the first line out was.
Here comes the kick now, it's coming right towards us. Is it going to just about miss us, I think?
Yeah, 22. Great kick by Murdoch there.
And there'll be another attempt for Durham to get the line out working, as that they would have wanted it to work moments ago. Would have changed the hooker, but still had the same result moments ago.
Yeah, well then it's another. It's another 6-man line out with the forward out, so it's either going to be a breakout with the forward running off 9, crashing it up.
Chinyemba is the replacement hooker. He throws in now. They win it this time, and now he's in position to pick up and run himself. But Bath have held their line, held their ground well, so they have to get expansive. They've been browning off the wing, and even running sideways he looks dangerous, as they now come through. It's a replacement loose head prop there, and they carry their Scott.
Yeah, Durham have now got penalty advantage. This is the sort of play that they would have wanted in the first half. This great line there by Ewan Murphy.
Inside the last 10 minutes at the Rec. Healthy lead for Bath at the moment. Oh, that's a
bounce pass
there, bounce pass there.
Undefendable. Bounce passes are always undefendable.
He could have claimed that he put that through as a grubber kick and just moved his leg a little bit.
Just rolled it down his shin. No, this period of play here from Durham, this is what they would probably be wanting in the first half. Penalty after penalty, simplifying it, putting pressure on Bath, carrying hard off 9. But now, like you said, they're trying to just win the last 20 minutes. How long
just suddenly become 10.
Yeah, 9 minutes to go. So, like I said, they're desperate to try. This is their third attempt now to try and to win a line out, 10 metres out, 5 metres out, to try and get back on the score sheet and sort of make their night respectable for the long journey back.
Yeah, this is their third attempt, maybe even fourth attempt that they've had though in this position, Matt, isn't it, in the last 5 or so minutes? So they need to make this one count.
Trying to give themselves some more space. They're going to shoot forward. There you go. Ewan shooting forward. Up. Yeah, he's won it.
That's been taken to ground.
It's a tackle!
They're saying it's a tackle, so it's perfectly legal. Happy with it, the referee. Balls out for Durham to use. And they go through the forwards. Not too far away from that try line now. They're getting even closer up. Just about keeping them at arm's length at the moment, though. So another charge here. This time they are up to the line.
It's a good charge there by Durham there.
It's just short, though. The ball's behind there, and now they're going to go over the top. Here they are over. Try for Durham. In he goes, and that's well, that justification, I suppose, in going for these. Continued using that same technique, trying to go for the same phases, trying to make your line out work, and in the end you get the try. And here's the replay, Matt, as he dives over the top. And in the end, well, he had the reasonably easy job of dotting down, didn't he, as he went over the top.
That is 8. Number 8.
Yeah, good work from them in the end there. Marcus Rhodes.
And conversions
missed. So they don't get the full 7 points, they'll just have to settle for the 5.
Yeah, here Bath are doing the universe well, doing the right thing, just walking up, taking your time. They've got an injury down in the backfield. Number 22.
Yeah, 40-13 is the score at the Rec in University of Bath's favour.
Looks like Sam Keno, 22, injured.
inside the last 7 minutes here. So
Sam's still fine. I'm trying to...
There's the referee now just telling him to get on with it, isn't he, really? And here comes the restart from Bath. Down towards the 22, taken well by Durham.
It's the prop.
And
the prop who came on for Archie Stanley.
So here comes a chance for Durham to work their options here. I think at this stage of the game, Matt, if they kick the ball away here, they're going for the territory option.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get out their half, but that's a good kick there.
Puts Bath under pressure,
he shifts it in one.
Watches it into his breadbasket almost, doesn't he? Takes that one in, just inside the Bath half of the field. Bath in possession.
Yeah, they're doing the right thing here, Bath. They don't need to play in their half now. The time is on their friend. 7 minutes to go. Put the pressure back on them. Murdoch Lock with a kick.
High kick.
That's a great kick. Just landing just outside 22. Tackle, yeah.
And it gives your chasers a great chance to chase after it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and now because they all want to keep hold of the ball, but to try and score from 25 from your own line is a long way.
What was the name of that winger that used to chase after those kicks that Bath used to have?
Not me. Everybody else is faster.
Here comes the kick from Durham this time.
Murdoch Lock parried it forward. No,
did it go forward or did it go sideways?
Said sideways, it's play on, but now Bath are in the attacking zone. They could hold all this crossing.
Yeah. So just getting a little bit scrappy, isn't it, in the final few minutes of this game?
It's when you change your 10s, your 10. I think the 15's gone to 10, and where Sam Harris was strong, kicking the ball around the park, but the 15's now not looking for that because he's played 15 for the first 60 minutes. He's had time in his hands where now he's got to be at the line making decisions. Where if it was a closer, Harris would have stayed on for the whole game. But Aaron James knows and Brian Davis that they can bring him off the pitch and they'll be fine. So now another 5-man, 8 and 6 are out here carrying for Durham. So I'm guessing it's going to be 9 to 10 with the 2 boys carrying. Another overthrow.
Yeah. It looked a little bit unstraight as well. It's gone behind the intended recipient of that pass, though. Bath keep possession.
Yeah, Bath just need to hit one phase and then just get rid.
Yeah.
Just don't overplay, and they give away a penalty.
Yeah. Hold on. This will be frustrating, won't it, for Aaron James, because the game, okay, they've got that in control, but if they can see 2 tries right at the death, he won't be impressed with that.
He'll be a little bit frustrated, but I don't think he'll be too disappointed. I think these are the things you need to learn. You only learn through the mistakes. Rugby's definitely a game where you learn more from when you make mistakes and get put under pressure far where when it goes easy. If it goes too easy, you don't learn anything. So now they need to realise that they need to don't play in their own half and play in the right areas of the pitch. And it doesn't matter who's in what role. Every person on the pitch needs to understand that. And there's another overthrow for Durham.
And Bath are just lapping those up, aren't they? Every time there's an overthrow, they're almost the fastest to react to it as well.
I think that's 5 or 6 for the whole game. So you think that's 5 or 6 territory in possession that they've given away back to Bath in different areas of the pitch. I think definitely 4 of them have been in the attacking 22.
And that will frustrate Alex Key, who's not here tonight. But he will be no doubt keeping a keen eye on things and be frustrated by that, the Durham head coach.
Even though he'll be frustrated, like we spoke earlier, Paul Brown's been a great player for them, and so is Ewan Murphy, two great players. They can hold their head up high, how they played today, and it's just urgency and desire around the rest of the park. You'd hope the rest of the boys would raise that, the rest of the team, but maybe that's credit to Bath that they've had a lot more tonight throughout the whole team, throughout the whole collective in every facet of the game.
Yeah, and as you say, Murphy,
another
overthrow there. That he was an intended target here, and Bath going on a crash run there. That's a solid run as well. That was a really good run as they take play into the half.
Harry Breeze
of Durham. And they're having to
late hit there.
Recycle it here. A high floated pass out there for a chance to get room. The replacements breaking down the wing here to get him away. He goes inside the 10-metre line. That's a good carry from Ethan Hatwin.
Oh, lovely little interplay there from the Bath University Bath boys. The 15 got hit late, so he just stayed on the floor, winded for a bit.
Yeah, he's
back on his feet now.
A little bit slow to get to his feet, but back up on his...
Murdoch Lock sniping by the ruck.
And they're looking to finish with a flurry here, Bath, aren't they?
Yeah, wide lefts on if they can get out the back of this.
Certainly is, yeah.
They've got one phase, they've got one more phase to try and get out there. It's now covered now, it's not on now.
Ethan Horton is calling for it, but he's not going to get the opportunity to come back. He's in a lot of space, isn't he, Horton? Then this wing on our side of the field, this near side.
Yeah, what did you do here? Take the points, 2 minutes to go.
Takes a sting out of it, I suppose, eats up most of the clock. A couple of reset scrums will take you through.
A midfield scrum that far out is probably the most difficult place to defend, because you've got to just defend. The 9 doesn't know where to go, and the 15's got to cover one side, so you can't cover two sides of the backfield. So it definitely gives you an opportunity, a strong opportunity to score, just because the backfield, if it's further up the pitch, the wings will be deeper because you've got more different place to cover. And if a team sets up like this, you're going to go right.
Yeah, inside the final minute as well. So
a free kick to Durham. So I don't know what they've done there, Bath, but
didn't execute that right, did they?
No balance. But then, yeah, they have to tap and go, because if they kick it out, it'll be a Bath line out. So Paul Brown on the ball,
dancing around there. Got such fast feet, isn't he? Looks dangerous any time he gets his hands on the ball. Such a good player to watch, and I'm sure Durham fans will enjoy watching him through the course of this season. But doesn't manage to get away from the defender, so they have to go back inside middle of the field.
Out the back, step in, ball.
Far side of the field, that's too far forward and wanting to touch anyway.
Alfie Garside, good. He read that. Come in.
The referee's going to say that will do it. 40 points to 13, the final score at the Rec tonight. A comprehensive and a deserved win for the University of Bath.
Definitely, they apart from when they made multiple substitutions in the second half, did they look a little bit fragmented? But from the first minute till that point, they looked very comfortable. They made the right decisions in all areas of the pitch, and they were very clinical. And where we talked about multiple line-out for overthrows for Durham, Bath, University of Bath didn't have that, and they looked a far more stronger collective through the game.
Yeah, they look very happy with themselves, don't they? The Bath players there just celebrating with each other. Big hugs coming in. They're all big smiles and grins on their faces. You can see clearly there that they're happy with that result against the reigning champions, of course. Let's not forget that's an impressive result from Bath's point of view, isn't it? 5 tries in the process.
Yeah, I think that it shows the strength and the unity and the bond that they've also possibly got with Bath Rugby now, that the players that have come through the Bath Rugby system in the academy, you talk about all the front row, Archie Stanley, Jasper Spanlow and Archie Griffin, all putting a great shift in there. You've got Ethan Stadden, Mackenzie Graham in the second row, how they played extremely well with Sam Harris at 10. So you can see that the system's now working, that the boys are coming through the academy and they're getting game time and putting performances like that they'll definitely be up there if they keep going from now to the end of the season.
A bit of Sweet Caroline going in, which every crowd likes to sing, of course. The ground staff are wasting no time. They're picking up all the flags along the side already. They're obviously in a hurry to get home.
There's no game for 2 weeks. They got 2 weeks off.
Yeah, the crowd getting into it now, or they have been throughout. It's been a good atmosphere tonight, hasn't it? It's Aaron James there just going around, shaking hands with the officials and his players. He'll be pleased with what he's seen tonight. And as you say, it puts him in a positive mood, if you like, going forward.
Yeah, it's looking at the league table before the game, it was very close at the top, and now I think with this game it separates maybe possibly top 2, top 3 that can keep staying ahead of everybody else. But it shows the quality of the whole competition is very strong at the moment, and University of Bath can be very proud of what they've formed tonight, and it's about backing it up for their next game, whenever that is and whoever it is against. But they can be very proud how they performed, and on a great night down here at the Rec in front of all these people.
Yeah, the winners will be presented with the Yestin Lewis Trophy. It's named after the former University of Bath rugby player and coach, and he played for Bath Rugby as well, didn't he, in his time, and he's now part of Rengen, the main sponsors for the University of Bath rugby team on the far side, and also with the Bath Building Society as well, as the players just clap and applaud off their opponents, making their way down the tunnel of honour, if you like. The fans certainly into it, though. They want to see the presentation now. That's the next thing, Matt. It's always nice, regardless, isn't it, of whatever it is, whatever trophy, lift a trophy, that's nice to do.
I think, like I said, on normal on Wednesday nights when you're playing, or Wednesdays when they're playing university matches, you're playing in the afternoon, so it's your second team, your third team, your fourth team, your women's games, your other sports all play on Wednesday, so they don't have this normal opportunity to play in front of their peers. They normally play, they get buses back to university, and then they go to their midweek socials and everybody talks about their game, blah, blah, blah. But it is great night tonight to see the university, sports and other people who wanted to come watch here tonight supporting them. I think that's why these games are so special for people involved in them from the University of Bath.
Yeah, it's been a long wait, hasn't it, for the anniversary game to be back at the Rec. They haven't had it for 3 years, so they'll be more than happy. And the crowd that have turned up, and it's been a good crowd here, as you've already said, celebrating with the players on the far side of the field. They'll be pleased with what they've seen, and you know, it justifies the game being played at the Rec.
Oh, definitely. I think that it's just nice to say it, like if we had a man of the match today, it would be going to Harris, because everything good came around him. Sam Harris was the pivot point. Everything that happened today was through him, so he'd be definitely my man of the match. But just to see the energy going through people's faces, smiling, laughing, and have the result on their side of 40 points to 13, it was a very comprehensive, a very comfortable win in the end. And they know that it's only a small part of their journey this year, and if they want to go and do special things, it's about doing it next week and enjoying tonight, as I'm sure most university students will, and be safe and come back whenever they next train.
You sense that's just the beginning of the celebrations for those university students over there, don't you?
Yeah, I think for some of them it probably started about 5 hours ago, but and they'll just carry on. It's about the Bath Boys, the team catching up now.
Yes, absolutely. As the Team Bath players just go into a huddle, just group around and in front of their fans as well. There they go.
Raising the trophy.
The trophy there for them. Yestin is there to give it to them himself. Yestin Lewis. So that's a trophy. Any trophy's good to lift, isn't it? You can't ever get tired of having some silverware in your hands.
No, definitely not. Especially when we keep going back to it, that Durham are the reigning champions, and these are the scalps that you want to be taking whilst you're playing on the journey, because other teams, other universities will look at this score when they come after their game and go, oh, Bath must have played well, and then whoever's playing them next week already have that thought that Bath are a strong team. So that's what we're going to be going for as the University of Bath, is to put that seed of doubt in people's minds each week.
Yeah, well, they've won tonight in convincing style. Good value for their win tonight. The University of Bath have scored 5 tries in the process. The final score is 40 points to 13 against Durham University. From me, Dan Albert, and Matt Banahan alongside me, it's a very good evening.